Welcome to the Fair Catch. You see my all-time greatest flag football coach in the world, Lawrence. Hold on. Owen. And the funniest DMV comedian, one of the funniest DMV comedians of all time. How you doing, nephew?
Man, I'm incredible, Uncle Hill. How about yourself, man?
I'm all right. I got a trivia question all ready for you. Let me lean back a little bit. What jersey is this? This is a professional. Used to be a professional football team. What team is this, and what player was it?
That's Warren Moon. That's Warren Moon.
Wrong. Wrong.
That's not Warren Moon when he was winning them Grey Cup championships. Because it looked like UCLA colors. So
it is. It's UCLA colors, but it used to be a USFL team.
A USFL team? Oh man, you got me, Uncle Hill. Who's
the
that?
Oakland Invaders. Anthony Carr.
Oh man, they're going to the bottom, man. What? The human torpedo. That's a human torpedo. Yes, sir.
Yeah. You know, he's one of the receivers that never really got credit.
Man, he never really got credit. I remember the game. I remember watching this game as a youngster. I don't know, I was like 11, 12 years old. I watched him single-handedly dismantle the 49ers in that playoff game in Candlestick. Yes. Single-handedly. You understand?
When he was with the
I don't know who was going to him. Tommy Kramer, Wade Wilson. It don't make a difference.
If I was Wade Wilson or Tommy Kramer, one of those two, yeah.
It was either one of them. But at that time, I never liked the 49ers if you was rooting for the Redskins, man, because we was always battling for best team in the 80s, you know what I'm saying, as far as that. So, and in the 49ers, I just always thought it's just hard to beat them because of the system that they ran. But he came in the Candlestick and just made it look easy, man. I promise you, I ain't never seen a performance like that. You know what I'm saying? Until, of course, later on down the line, before those times, Uncle Hill, that was incredible. Shout out to Anthony Carter. Michigan.
I got one for you. Do you know who is Kenny Moore II is?
Kenny Moore II?
Yes. He's an active player right now. Kenny Moore II is a cornerback for the Indianapolis Colts. He's a part-time teacher at Cardinal Ridley High School in Indianapolis. So the days he doesn't practice with the Colts, he's teaching.
Good for him. Good for him. That's incredible. Shout out to Kenny Moore II. That's incredible, man. We need more people like him. Shout out to him.
Which one's greater, the 85 Bears or the 72 Dolphins?
Anybody goes undefeated, Uncle Hill. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what kind of statistics. I don't care what kind of analytics. I don't care the players you can measure up. They ain't had this. They ain't had that. You go undefeated. You're the greatest.
The MVP watch is on right now. If the season ended today and you had to put your vote in, who would you take? Drake May, Matthew Stafford, Jonathan Taylor, Jackson, Smith Migna, I can't say his name, guy from Seattle. Yeah, you say it for him. Yeah. Or Josh Allen.
It'll be a two-man race between Smith and Jigma and Taylor. Let me tell you why, man. Because they doing it with mediocre-ish quarterbacks. You got to think, Jonathan Taylor. I mean, okay, Danny Dimes has been reinvented because of coaching.
What about Sam Darnold?
But are you trusting Danny Dimes?
Sam Darnold credit a couple weeks ago.
I get that, but everything also starts when the lights come on. What did Sam Darnold do last year when the lights was brightest in the playoffs? He folded. Yeah, he folded. I'm talking about folded. Jonathan Taylor be facing 15 in the box every Sunday and still be peeling off 100, 150, 200. You know how hard that is to do? Yeah. Just like when Dickerson ran the Rams to the 85 championship, and they ended up running to that 85 Bears team that you talked about. It just, that Bears defense they was running for the time. It was just never seen before that 46 that Buddy Ryan invented until the following year. Guess who's taught everybody how to block it? Joe Jackson Gibbs for who? The Washington Redskins, because statistically, the 86 defense was better than the 85 defense. But they talk about that because they love the divisional series. You understand?
Yeah.
That's why.
Also Washington, Darryl Green punt return.
No, that was 87.
87, okay.
86 is when Doug Flutie was quarterbacking.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The Bears, as far as that. And Jay Schrader was quarterbacking us. And then we ended up
we still beat them. We went to the Giants, got smoked. Yeah.
We sure did. Let me tell you something, man. I remember crying. I cried the rest of that day. People telling me suck it up. It's just a game. I don't know. I'm talking about when Gary Clark dropped that pass, you know what I'm saying, and hit him, and I said, man.
That was a game changer.
Man.
That changed the whole game.
Man. Anyway.
Also,
Smith and Jigma and Taylor will be my two.
So the Red Zone came out with another one. The greatest comebacks in NFL history. You need to pick one of these. You think it is. 1993 Bills versus Oilers, the wild card game, 35-3, and it ended up being 41-38. That's number one. Patriots versus Falcons Super Bowl, down 28-3 third quarter. Patriots come back and win in overtime, 34-28. The Giants and the 49ers 2002 wild card. The Giants were up 38-14, lost 39-38. Or the Eagles, Deshaun Jackson walk-off punt return when they were down 31-10 and won 38-31. Which one is the greatest of all time?
All those are great, but again, you have to go the moment, the Super Bowl. If you wouldn't have put the Super Bowl in, then everything else, you know what I'm saying, we'd be able to give credit. But to do that in the Super Bowl, 28-3, we don't know what Shanahan and Dan Quinn, you know what I'm saying, was thinking. Run the ball. 28-3. Yeah. Run the ball.
Right.
Sometimes coaches, but they say we aren't allowed, Uncle Hill, you and I, you know what I'm saying, we can't make assessments on what we see or what we know, but we didn't do it at the highest level. You up 28-3 in the third quarter, and you changed what got you to 28-3? I don't know. I don't know. When I coach, you know what I do? I'm old school. We will run that same play until you stop it. I don't try to get too cute. Stop it.
Okay.
You force me to coach. If this play off tackle, student body left, hey man, we gonna keep until you watch I do something. Let's go to the right side. Everybody waiting on the right side. They ain't stop left. Oh, that's what we gonna do. I don't understand that. I don't understand it. So that's it.
Got another one for you. Red Zone again. The top.
Let me say this. If that Super Bowl wasn't out, man, that Bills Oilers. Crazy.
Oh yeah, no doubt. That would be number one.
Yeah, but go ahead.
The top 10 best number one overall draft picks in history. We're gonna start from number 10, Michael Vick. Number 9, Orlando Pace. Number 8, Earl Campbell. Number 7, Onthal James Simpson, O.J. Simpson. Number 6, Eli Manning. Number 5, Troy Aikman. Number 4, Bruce Smith. Number 3, Terry Bradshaw. Number 2, John Elway. Number 1, Peyton Manning. Do you agree with that?
No. Because I don't know what else is the measuring stick from it. Are we doing statistics? Are we doing championships?
This is the number one best pick overall at that time in those eras.
At that time, well, then I guess you would go Peyton Manning or Bradshaw because they both stunk as rookies, and then year 2 they just ended up turning around. Eli didn't really play, you know what I'm saying? He was splitting time with
I would say Earl Campbell. Earl Campbell came on. I still remember his first game against Atlanta Falcons at Fulton County Stadium and running on that dirt. And them Falcons, and he was skinny then, but he was running down that field, scoring that touchdown some 70-some yards.
But then there it is. We had to go with that. We had to go with Earl Campbell then as far as number 1.
Hey nephew, let's think a new affiliate we got now. Hey, Fairfax County, public access. We on here with y'all now. Welcome aboard. That means
Fairfax County aboard.
Wester, Tyson's Corner, Alexandria, what up, Chantilly, Dulles, all y'all. Welcome aboard. Sterling, welcome aboard.
Dumfries, Manassas and Dumfries.
Yeah, all them, all of them. Let's go to commercial break. This is the Fair Catch with the greatest flag football coach of all time and the funniest comedian of all time, DMV, Lawrence Owens. Welcome back to the Fair Catch, everybody. Week 14, nephew. Thursday night prime video. These two teams played on Thanksgiving. Now they're playing again. The Dallas Cowboys go on the Ford Field to play the Detroit Lions and the biting kneecaps of Dan Campbell on prime video. Al Michaels, Kirk Herbstreit got the call. Who you got?
Man, I got Detroit in this one, man. Look, Detroit, y'all need to stop playing around, man. What y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do? I'm telling you, man, Detroit, they have the ability to win the whole thing. I just want to know what y'all going to do. I'm going back, a couple weeks ago to the gritty game that they played against, Philadelphia, where their aggression, end up biting them in their lion's mane, if you will, because going for it that many times on fourth down and not convert. And it's like, you got to be able to win games because Philadelphia right now is the measuring stick. And if you play against these Cowboys, man, and you ain't eat your Wheaties, they got something for you, man. As many problems that they have, I keep telling everybody they're going to move that ball and score some points.
They can score. That's something they
can score, man.
They might not be able to stop nobody, but they can score.
But if they continue to score and then you not on pace with they scoring, then you playing from behind, you're going to feed right into their hands, man. And that's when you're going to see Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark, do what they supposed to do. So I got the Lions in this one, man, but y'all got to stop playing.
Sunday. The Miami Dolphins go into New York and play the Jets on CBS. Saw a statistic. If Miami wins out and certain teams lose in front of them, do you know they get the last wild card?
Ain't that something?
I say they hold the tiebreakers.
Hey man, let me tell you something. Is it really that bad that GM didn't quit? You know what I'm saying? That the owner been having all kind of negative allegations against him. You know what I'm saying? People saying Mike McDaniel's soft, he can't lead men, and they look at him. Soon they beat Buffalo, it's like all of a sudden they're like, you know what? We can win games. Then they go out to what was they? Barcelona, Madrid, somewhere in Spain, and then what they do? They beat this team.
Did you hold their passports like you said? Are they still out there?
Man, let me tell you something. You know what else out there? My money I lost. But now, this is a game they should win. But every time you it's a game the team should win with the whole moniker. Any given Sunday. But the New York Jets, might be that Sunday. Uncle Hill, they playing for next year. These youngins that they putting in because they traded everybody, they out there hungry. Yeah. But I got Miami in this one. Miami, you should win.
The war is finally here. Pittsburgh Steelers come to the crab kick in Baltimore on CBS at 1 o'clock. You know that's going to probably be Jim Nance or Tony Romo, or it might be Iron Eagle and J.J. Watt.
Let me tell you something, man. I got Baltimore. I got Baltimore, man. Everybody know I love Mike Tomlin, you know what I'm saying? But I love Lamar Jackson more. You know, and it's just something that he does to that team. It's something that he does for that city. You understand what I'm saying? Him being on that field, it just revitalizes everything and everybody. And them old Steelers Ravens games, that was the equivalent of the 70s and 80s, the Redskins Cowboys. You understand? I love watching Steelers and Ravens. Steelers Ravens week. It should be a pep rally the whole week, like back in high school. You understand what I'm saying? But I got the Ravens in this one, Uncle Hill.
This team got its first win against this franchise in their franchise history as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers host the New Orleans Saints. Tampa Bay got their first win ever in history. It was against New Orleans.
Yeah, what was they? They started off 0-26. Jim McKay,
yeah, and they played New Orleans in the Superdome and beat them.
Exactly, because New Orleans was trash too. Yeah. They were the Aints. Remember that? Yep, they were the Aints. So you had the Bucks against the Aints. You understand what I'm saying, man? So Tampa Bay. Ain't nothing else to talk about this, man. Tampa Bay.
Playoffs all over this game as the Indianapolis Colts travel to Duval County and play the Jacksonville Jaguars on CBS at 1 o'clock.
I got Indianapolis because like we talked about earlier, how Jonathan Taylor always faces these stacked fronts and still be able to get his yardage, man. Hey man, you had to be upset at me. All y'all forgive me. I'm just not in on Trevor Lawrence anymore. I used to be, but I'm not. He's just the guy for right now for me. I don't trust him as far as that. I don't. So in this game, I got Indianapolis winning. I think them going out against Sauce Gardner, you know what I'm saying, was very, very vital as far as that defense. Just in case you don't have the pass rush, we got somebody who can lock down at least one side of the field until the other side of the field can get it together. I love Taylor. I love the play action. That's what making Danny Dimes for now. I got Indianapolis.
You got your wish in this game. Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns host the Tennessee Titans.
Oh man, that's my man. It's Cleveland. I don't care if they was going against the other team said 85 Bears. I'm going with my heart right now because everybody know I love Shedeur Sanders. I'm going with Cleveland because Cleveland rocks. I'm a Shedeur Sanders fan. You understand? Shedeur Sanders, Cleveland. That's what I'm rooting for.
Are you going to be at this game right here, the next one we're talking about? As the Washington Commanders go into that stadium that like a Viking ship and play the Minnesota Vikings.
You already know it's going to be there. Ooh, ooh. That's that skull call. You know I'm going to be there, Uncle Hill. I'm going to be all up in there. I'm going to wear a Prince and a Revolution, you know what I'm saying, / Commanders outfit. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell a fan, how can you just leave me standing alone in the world so cold? You understand?
Let them doves cry.
Look, let me say this. Minnesota should win the game, but y'all already know I'm speaking as a fan now because our season is over with. This is all fan talk. Fact. Let me say the facts first. Fact, Minnesota should win this game. Fandom, you know I'm going for my Commanders, man.
I need a report when you come back from the stadium because this has supposed to be one of the loudest stadiums in the league, next to Seattle and Kansas City and SoFi.
Well, U.S. Bank say I sure will.
One of the loudest because of the chant. The chant makes it go. It's crazy. They said.
Okay, I got. Let me tell you something, man. SoFi could be the loudest. Let me tell you from what I believe. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Quest is loud. I still call it Quest Field with Seattle play. Quest is incredible. But SoFi, the way it's built, that funny shape, Epcot Center dome-ish type thing.
It's built like a carport, believe it or not.
But the difference is that them LA Charger fans, are they truly fans? Or I believe the fans come to San Diego. So, we're going to root for them because we're here in LA. Maybe it's better, we can easier get tickets than Rams game. But when they got loud, they got so loud, but then it stops. As opposed to Quest, where it just keeps going and going. So if you LA Charger fan, I'm talking about the Rams, you LA Charger fan, y'all want to make SoFi the loudest stadium in the NFL, you have the ability to do it. Let me tell you something.
Ain't nothing like
Robert F. Kennedy Stadium in its prime.
Have you been to Arrowhead?
I haven't been to Arrowhead.
They say Arrowhead is one of the loudest too. Hey, with that said, we're going to take a loud commercial break, and we'll be right back on the Fair Catch with the greatest comedian in the DMV ever, Lawrence Owens. Welcome back, y'all, to the Fair Catch. Week 14, the Seattle Seahawks invade the ATL Atlanta Falcons and Kirk Cousins, one of the highest paid quarterbacks in NFL history, on Fox at 1 o'clock.
Let me say this for everybody that's listening. Any team until the end of the season that Atlanta is playing, take the other team. I don't care if Atlanta is playing the Suitland High School Rams. You take Suitland High School. They Michael Penix being there, you know what I'm saying? He has sort of like a Lamar-esque type impact on his team. I'm not saying he's Lamar Jackson. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the impact because they love that young man as far as, you know, who he is in this, you know, within that city, within that community, and then him going out. Now you're going to get the keys back, you know what I'm saying, to Mr. You Like That? They don't like that. No, sir.
Well, you speaking of impact, this guy will be back next week. Joe Burrow with the Cincinnati Bengals invade Buffalo on Fox at 1 o'clock. Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills tango.
Let me tell you something, man. I'm going with them as the upset pick of the week because Burrow going to come back with something to prove, man. I know everybody going to be like, well, he may be rusty. Well, what if he ain't? Because sometimes when people come back, you don't know that week before. The point I'm making is that the week that they played Uncle Hill, he might have been ready the week before, but it was like cautionary tale. Yeah. Oftentimes when people come back the week they come back, don't mean that they were just sitting out until that week. He might have been ready 2 weeks ago. You understand what I'm saying? So him coming back with something to prove, I'm going to love to see it. because I know Cincinnati's going to protect them now. They got Burrow back in the saddle. I know they're going to protect them. I'm looking forward to that. Jamar Chase, man, keep your saliva to yourself, and let's go out here and let's play some football.
The best defense in the NFL, the Denver Broncos, go into Las Vegas and play the Raiders on CBS at 4:05.
Oh man, an old AFC West battle, man. I remember back in the times where everybody AFC West used to call it Raiders Week. You know what I'm saying? Because they all just hate each other. Like that division, everybody. It was sort of like the NFC East back in the day, where everybody just hated each other as far as that. But no, man, the Raiders, Pete Carroll, man. Hey, look, man, you did all you can do. You're a Hall of Fame coach, man. Look, man, just go on out there and just tell your players not to get hurt. The Raiders is done. It's over. It's over. Denver going to smother, and that's that.
And probably the second best game of the day, the Chicago Bears going to Lambeau Field on the frozen tundra to play the Packers on Fox at 4:25. Think about that. It's December, 4:25. Two cold teams.
And they playing where? The frozen tundra?
Lambeau Field, yeah.
Oh, Lambeau. As a jump for it, Lambeau Field, the frozen tundra fumble. 3 yards and a cloud of dust. No, I told you, man, I'm with the Bears, man. Cause let me tell you something about Jordan Love, man. As much as I like Jordan Love, because I went to the game where the Commanders play, and that's another football temple. Lambeau Field is a football temple. You understand how touchdown Jesus is with Notre Dame? That's how Lambeau Field is. It is a temple. And I watched how Jordan Love commanded all aspects of that game. But here's another person, man, when the lights get bright, this is a light bright game. I'm not trusting him, man. I'd rather go with Caleb Williams, his painted fingernails, his quirky mindset. He gives off a kind of like a Eli Manning, like, whatever, I'm here. That's what I'm doing. You know, people like that, you gotta love people like that. You gotta appreciate people like that.
Nothing phases him.
Right. The people who don't got it all, they out there just playing, and he's showing his mouthpiece sideways, looking like Seth Curry out there. Mm-hmm. Nah, man. I'm going with the Bears, man. I'm going with the Bears.
The Los Angeles Rams invade that spaceship in the desert called the Arizona Cardinals.
Rams.
On Fox at 4:20.
Rams.
NBC Sunday Night Football.
Rams. My fault.
Sorry. NBC Sunday Night Football. Woo. The loser of this is going to probably be out of the wild card hunt. As the Houston Texans and the number 5 defense comes into Arrowhead Stadium and play Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Michelle DeFoe.
In basketball, women's college basketball, I'm a Maryland Terrapins fan. And I remember for years, man, the Brenda Freeze would bring in top 5 recruiting classes, and they'd be out there and incredible records. They beat, but every time they get into the tournament, they get to the Sweet 16. For some reason, they always seem to meet Connecticut. And I used to say this a long time ago, man. If they can solve the puzzle, which is Connecticut, then Maryland has a chance to win titles like year after year. But they always ran into the point I'm making is that the Texans have to figure out the Chiefs. I don't care if they got the number 5 defense. I don't care if they got the number -5, an integer. I don't care if they got the best defense. They have to solve the puzzle of the Chiefs, and they cannot do that. Once they do that, then I'll take the Texans a little bit more serious. I love them. I'm a CJ Stroud fan. I like Will Anderson on our defense. I love D'Amico Ryans as a coach. I like the culture that he has cultivated down there because they play. They play. Because remember when they put it on the Ravens? They play.
What about they wouldn't put it on the Bills and Josh Allen? 8 sacks.
They put it on the Bills, man. Them Texans will hit you in the mouth. But until we're going to call it the Brenda Freeze syndrome. Right. Until they can solve the riddle of the Chiefs, I can't rock with them.
Okay. Monday night, you talked about this stadium and you talked about this team earlier. And I got their colors on. The Philadelphia Eagles go in a place called, I call it carport, SoFi Stadium, and play the LA Chargers on Monday Night Football. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman.
Man, look, man, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like when
you're a Charger fan, because you don't know what
man, them hippies out there, man. This ain't Woodstock. Jimi Hendrix ain't playing at halftime. We need y'all up and energetic, man. Look, Harbaugh, I like what Harbaugh's trying to do. Harbaugh is just old school, man, because he played on them Bears teams back then, them tough teams, man, where if you had a broken collarbone, you took 2 Tylenol and you came out in the second half. But I don't know what it is, man. These Eagles are phenomenal, man. I don't know how they do it. Let's just wait for the storyline about how, I don't know, how somebody ran a red light, you know what I'm saying, and crashed to a light post. Everybody can, I don't know what it is. I don't know, man. Sorry, Chargers. Y'all not beating the Philadelphia. You're not. Look, AJ Brown, he unhappy. What happened to him reading the book? He gonna probably bring a PlayStation 5 pretty soon, you know what I'm saying, on the sideline. Little mini TV, you know what I'm saying? What I'm telling you, they need that. They feed off of that. So the best thing to do with Philadelphia is just don't say anything. Even if that works. I got Philadelphia in this one, man. It pains me to say it, man, but I really thought they was going to struggle because all the losses that they have, lost their coordinators. But hey, man, they whatever do works for them, and they gonna keep doing it. That's coaching, whether you like it or not. That's what I'm talking about. Whatever's working, they keep doing it.
Tell everybody where you're gonna be at the first weekend in December.
The first weekend in December, I'm gonna be in Minnesota. Minnesota. Out there in Minneapolis, the Twin Cities. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm going to the Commanders, Vikings. Ooh. I'm gonna report back, let y'all know how everything is, boys and girls, as far as that. I'm gonna let you know. Is it worth going out there? Because I know in the cold, in certain cities,
not in the cold.
Man, you need to buy a coat in that city. Don't you bring your coat from DC going in for the new people, the affiliates, Fairfax, Manassas, Dumfries, all you new people, go out there and buy a coat. As soon as you get on the plane, buy a coat in the airport, and you wear that there, and then on the way back, you give it to TSA and tell them Merry Christmas. That's what you do.
All right, y'all. This has been another edition of the Faire Catch. Hope y'all enjoyed like always. Thanks, Fairfax County Public Access, Vegas, Delmarva, Seattle. All of y'all, welcome aboard. This has been another edition with the greatest flag football coach of all time and one of the greatest DMV comedians of all time, Lawrence Owens. This has been the Faire Catch. See y'all next time.